Good afternoon. I'm Sheila Brummer with Siouxland Public Media News. The state of Iowa is losing $30 million in federal money that would have helped families access basic childcare services. The Iowa Capitol Dispatch reports the governor's office says the loss of that money is a result of a deliberate decision to avoid having to commit $3 million in matching state funds toward childcare. But a Democratic state lawmaker says it's her understanding that Iowa's application for the $30 million in federal grants fell victim to the state's inability to review the paperwork and submit it on time. In September, the Federal Administration of Children and Families announced the availability of $266 million in preschool development grants. The money is intended to help states invest in early childhood care. Having previously received funding under the same grant program, Iowa was one of 25 states or territories deemed eligible as renewable grant recipients. The Des Moines Register reported earlier this week the state of Iowa has refused to ask federal officials to reallocate millions of dollars in unspent federal money the state was awarded for rental assistance and affordable housing. That decision means $89 million meant to help low-income Iowans with housing will probably be returned to the U.S. Treasury and then doled out to other states. Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds and Republican leadership may have an easier path forward with appointments and legislation in the upcoming session, as Republicans took a supermajority in the state Senate and add to their majority in the state House. In the Iowa Senate, Republicans gained at least 2 seats according to unofficial results. With at least 34 seats, Republicans have a 2/3 majority. That means state Democrats can no longer block appointments by Governor Reynolds to state agencies and boards and commissions. Republican Senator Amy Sinclair of Ellerton has been chosen as the new president of the Iowa Senate. Sinclair previously served as Majority Whip and chaired the Senate Education Committee. She takes the place of former Senate President Jake Chapman, who lost re-election this week. And Senate Majority Leader Jack Whitver was re-elected. He has served in that position since 2018. Voters in 8 of Iowa's 99 counties had EMS essential funding referendums on their ballot. In Iowa, EMS is not considered an essential service, meaning there's no guarantee or requirement that an ambulance will show up when someone dials 911. Voters in Osceola, Pocahontas, Kossuth, Jones, and Winnebago counties passed the funding. Calhoun, Floyd, and Worth counties rejected it. An Aubrey trial will not get a second murder trial for the killing and dismemberment of Sidney Loof. The Nebraska Supreme Court decision today, just shy of the 5-year anniversary of the 23-year-old Lincoln woman's disappearance, affirmed Trail's conviction and death sentence for the murder. The Omaha World-Herald reports Trail's appeal was automatic because he was sent to death row, even though he didn't want one. For Siouxland Public Media News, I'm Sheila Brummer.